I have a beautiful Tiffin Allegro Open Road 2018 34 PA. Just love my coach. I want to take as best care of it as I can, and I've been having an issue with the suspension and had taken it back to the factory a couple of times, and they recommended I come to Henderson's in Grants Pass, Oregon, since I was going to be here, and it's the best decision I had ever given to me.
Now, I didn't slip you a $20 bill to say that, did I?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Just want to get that clear. But you're kind of unique in the sense that when I first met her, I found out that you're the primary driver. Tell us a little bit about why are you the primary driver? You got a little experience driving stuff?
I got bored when I retired, so I went and got my CDL. So doing that was a 40-foot school bus that I learned on. And so I just started driving, became a tour driver. My husband has never really enjoyed driving large vehicles, so I said, fine, I'll take over as long as I can have a motorhome that has a washer-dryer. So this is why we have the 35-footer that we have, which is what the overall length is. I love to drive, so that's what I do.
Well, I do a lot of research, and I'd read a lot about this F53 chassis, and the things that people were writing about, complaining about, they call it a porpoise when it goes up and down in the front. Having to steer, not hard steering, but having to hold it on the road because it wanted to wander. And going over bumps sharply, a lot of really shivery type stuff going over little bumps. The motorhome now floats over them.
You mentioned there's a little difference between before and after.
Well, I never ride in the back of the coach, of course. So in the initial test drive, I sat in the back of the coach, and it just felt like I was on a seesaw. I call this and this and this and this. And I told him, we got done. I said, well, my stomach was starting to feel kind of queasy. So on this last test drive, after all the work was done, it was like night and day. I mean, you could feel, like the bump in the road, but it would immediately right itself. And you wouldn't have that back and forth motion it was doing. Felt that I could just kind of rest my hands on the wheel, not have the death grip that I usually would have and trying to keep.
So you do a lot of driving yourself too?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I love hearing that because a lot of women out there just like, I don't want to drive it. And to hear that you actually drive it is awesome. It's an encouragement to other women say, hey, you know what? It doesn't have to be a white knuckle experience.
Yeah, it does not. This is going to be great.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's super huge.
I have loved all the people here. It has felt like we've been seen by a physician and they've looked into the root of our problem and they've tried to fix it and they've corrected it and fixed it.
I am so glad that I came up here. I just enjoyed being with these people, and best of all, I got to take the ride today after it was finished.
Yeah.
See how level that's bringing this size.
Yeah. That was great. And it is so different than when I drove up here.
For somebody. So sometimes people watch these videos and they think, I don't know, should I go to Henderson? Should I not put that super steer stuff on? If you knew somebody was looking at this and they're just kind of on the fence, what advice would you give to that person?
Oh, I would say definitely. I mean, I drove it for the first time without anything on it before we came to Henderson's the first time, and it was a windy day. I gave up. I was almost in tears. I said, I can't drive this thing.
Wow.
Came to Henderson's in 2017. I drive it all the time now, and I didn't think we could improve on it, and yet it's even better.
We actually talked about that on our way here.
I just put myself in their hands, and they took care of the rest. They put everything on there that I needed, and the way I know that is because I drove it today.
So did you notice the difference?
Oh, yeah. Did I ever? Wow. It's like night and day. How improved the ride is and how improved the steering is. And we're just very grateful that we came here, that the work was done. And we're going to head off now to see the Redwoods and wish the folks here the very best in the future. You guys are terrific. I would tell you, follow the lead of like hundreds of people before me have. The kindness and the care and the explanations, everything that everybody has done to let me know, get up here if you have any problems with your steering, the way your coach rides, anything that has to do with the chassis or more, get up here to Henderson's and let them solve your problem.
She is my arm candy.
It's been an awesome experience. I've been I was terrified when we got here and dropped the drive shaft, and they just made the whole process so easy
we're just very blessed to be here.
Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you get value from this, please stay connected to us, like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, we wish you safer and happier driving.
See you on the road.